you were going to today you are going to speak on Raga-Vartma-Candrika. A synopsis, summary.
We should pray first Rupa Goswami, at first our Guru, and then to Rupa Goswami, and then to Raghunath Das Goswami, and then the author Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. We pray that his mercy should come to us. He has told in Raga-Vartma-Candrika that by the grace of Rupa Goswami, and especially by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has realized something about Radha Krishna. Anurag. Anurag means Anurag. Understand Anurag? Anurag means Sneh, Man, Pranay, Rag and Anurag before Mahabharata. So, for the persons who have greed towards that Rag, but they find no path to enter and to achieve Rag. For those persons, those very lucky persons, I am writing something. And this book will be the guide, as in a very Amasya Ratri, when there is no moon, that is Amasya night, so very dark, and a very lean and thin way is there, and it is not seen. So if moon gives light, his rays, that is Chandrika, Raga-Vartma, the way of Rag, so it is very lean and thin in this world. So, as Chandra gives some light, and in light a man can see the way. So this book is like Chandrika of Rag, Raga-Vartma-Candrika. Understand? And it is for very, very rare persons, qualified persons, not to everyone. And he has told that they should never read it. But no qualification, worldly or anything, are needed to enter in this. Only love, greed, whether he may be Chet Suduracharo, Bhajate Mamananya Bhag. Though a man had full of unearth, that unearth we had talked previous day. So many unearth are there. But anyhow, being in the association of Raganuga-Bhakti and going through Srimad-Bhagavatam, 10th canto, and especially Gopi-gita Jugal-gita, Brahmara-gita, Venu-gita. By attraction, he has been he has a very deep greed to have the samajatiya bhav, equal samajatiya bhav, understand? Samajati means what I have, what you have, I want to have the same thing in me. So, Sakha, Vasalya and Madhur, the asset of three, any of one. If any man has greed, a special greed, and he wants to have in his heart the same thing written in Srimad-Bhagavatam, as Gopi, our father and mother Vasalya, are Sakhya, Darshanas, three of them. And especially, he is not describing Vasalya and Sakhya. Especially this book is for only Gopi Bhav. So he wants to achieve by greed, not by seeing Shastra, Yukti, no. Only he has greed by reading and by last birth sanskar. Then this will be the way, this will be the Chandrika to search the way of Raganuga. First he tells that there are two kinds of Shraddha I have described before, Vaidhi and Raganuga. And by achieving this Shastra, Shraddha, by the association of qualified persons, qualified bhakta, two kinds of bhakti can be had, Vaidhi bhakti and Raganuga. Where there is entrance of bhakti is by Shastra. Understand?
Yes.
Where anyone enters in bhakti by seeing Shastra, that all persons should do bhakti to Krishna. And if they are not doing, they will go to hell. So by this fear, our Shastra has ordered that Sabai punsang jato bhaktira dhokhaje ahetukya pratihata jayatma samkrishna. So these are orders. By seeing the orders, those who have entered in bhakti, this bhakti is called Vaidhi bhakti. And those who have
that was Vaidhi bhakti.
Vaidhi bhakti. And where only greed, by seeing by hearing the pastimes of Srimad-Bhagavatam and Goswami books, and especially being in the association of Raganuga-Bhakti, especially this thing. Without Sangha, pastimes of Krishna will not be understood. So, hearing the pastimes of Gopis and Krishna in Raganuga association, greed comes And by that greed, if we enter in bhakti, then it is called Raga-nuga. What is the greed? Whether his greed is actual or not. How will we know? We will know. When a man hearing the Mathura-lila of Krishna, especially with the gopis, whether it may be by Srimad-Bhagavatam, Krishna Karanamritam, Radha-Rasudhanibhi, Ujjvalinmani, and all other books, by a Raga-Vaishnava, Rasik Vaishnava, when our Chitta Vritti means
spiritual, inner, what is the word? Inner,
that I want.
Consciousness?
That can be done. That can be done.
Inner
Consciousness. Eagerly wants to be like Krishna Parikars bhav.
What is the word?
What?
Chitta vritti. No.
Chitta vritti means here the mind or the heart parishodhit by Krishna Roop Gun Lila.
When the heart is filled with the qualities of Krishna, the form of Krishna,
then that is called Chitta Vritti, not this worldly Chitta Vritti. In Hindi we can tell that जब भक्ति भाव से परिपूरित परिशोधित चित्त वृत्ति पाने की अपेक्षा रखता है और शास्त्र इत्यादि नहीं देखना चाहता, he does not want to see शास्त्र orders and rules. Only he wants to achieve that thing. What are in Asya Gopi, to whom he has agreed, then that greed is greed. Right greed. Understand? Then what is love? Greed, you should tell.
When a person, having heard the descriptions in Srimad-Bhagavatam about Radha and Krishna, and thinking of the feelings the gopis have for Krishna,
to have
that same feeling within them strongly, that is love.
That is. Here, one thing you have left. No Shastra orders and bindings untouched.
Rules and regulations are not.
Of Shastra is not needed at all.
That is vidya.
Whether we have wealth or not, pies or not, rupees or dollars not. But I saw a Rasagulla and the Rabadi, and at once a greed came to me. That very tasteful. Greed comes. So whether in what stage we can be. If a man does, oh, it is very tasteful and very. My greed is that. It has no bindings and rules and regulations of Shastra at all. If we judge that we are not qualified, and this is very high thing, but I want, then it is not great. Understand?
Please explain.
If I want a Rasagulla, but I see that in pocket I have no price to purchase, then what to do? This is not great.
Greed goes beyond that.
Anyhow,
Somehow.
by who can prove?
Beg, borrow, or steal.
Anyhow, by stolen or begging or anything. He does not think his qualification that I can have or not, but I must. You have understand.
That's the law. Heart desire.
Heart desire, but it should be overpowered by the Roop, Gun, Lila of Krishna. Then, overpowered. Then it will. He is telling that I wanted to finish it one day, but impossible. Very deep things. I heard by any Rasik Vaishnava the parikars, that is Lalita, Vishakha, Chitra, Rukmanjali and all. How they serve Krishna. I want to serve like this, then. Seeing no qualification and anything for judgment, that how I can have this. Greed comes to be like this, that is called sambhav, sajatiya bhav. No waiting for any yukti, argument. It is no argument at all. Then it is called greed.
Argument means reasoning. Argument means reasoning.
Reasoning. Without reasoning, it should come. And if there are reasonings, then it is not lobh. But when lobhs comes here, how to get it after that? By the association, you can have in association of that Raganuga Vaishnava, Rasika Vaishnava. And you should read which one is meaning. Bhakti-Rasamrita, especially Raga-Vartma-Candrika and Brahmara-gita, Krishna Karnamrita, Radha-Rasa-Dhanugri, Jaiva Gosvami Gita-Govinda, and the books of our Goswami, Kavi Karnapur, all these things. You will have to see all these things. How to achieve easily, by stealing, by begging, by
Borrowing.
by Dakayati, who is the easiest method to have this? This should be done. So without Shastra we cannot do it. They have practically written all these things, how they have achieved, how gopis have achieved. Some of gopis who are sadhan siddha. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, and all the persons, those who have achieved, they have written and they are authority. So they will seek, search all these things and they will follow Shastra. Because without following Shastra, if they are not following Shastra in this, or following Rupa Goswami, all these things, then they will be Pashandi, Sahajiya. But at the same moment we should know that any persons having greed, they will not never judge about their qualification. This is the main thing. But they will have assistance from these books. Because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is not here. But he is, by books he is present. But this love will not come by any effort. It will come by the grace of Krishna himself or Bhakta of that kind. Without the mercy, we will not have. Bhakta Kripa, the mercy of Bhakta, are of two kinds. Praktan and Adhuniki, that is, Praktan means before birth, past birth, and present, both. A man having the sanskar of past births, if have the mercy of Bhakta, then he, in this present birth, he will easily go up and up. And perhaps they will not have to again diksha or anything, like our Goswamis, some of the Goswamis. And they can do also, but they will rapidly go. Haridas Thakur, Sarup Damodar, Raya Ramananda, we don't see their Guru Parampara, but yet they have the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all these things. This is Purva Sanskar. Understanding? Yes. I will question you in. So Adhuniki and Prachin Sanskar should be. Those who have no last birth sanskar means
pious, then pious, accrued some pious assets.
But you should know
purification, reformatory process, purification, and then getting pious benefit.
If they have no last birth sanskar, I will tell sanskar, you should understand sanskar. If they have no previous sanskar. But anyhow, they have, by the ahetuki mercy of any Vaishnava or Guru, any Guru or qualified Vaishnava, they have agreed. Then they should do Raga-Vaishnava Guru.
They should do
Raga-Vaishnava Guru.
They should seek such a person.
And if they have Guru, and after that they have greed, then they have Shiksha Guru. And equally, in some cases more than that, Anushthaniki Dikha Guru, like Shyamananda Prabhu, like Raghunath Das Goswami. His Guru was Jadunandan Das. After he came to Sarup Damodar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave his hands in the hands of Sarup Damodar. And after that he came to Vrindavan and had the association of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, especially of Rupa Goswami. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered for this. He came to Rupa Goswami. He has only prayed to Rupa Goswami for all these activities. Like Vilapa-kusumanjali, I have told you. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Rupa Raghunath Pade Raho Maharaj. He has never done anything for his Gurudev because he could not perhaps all the thoughts from his Gurudev. So, Raghunath Das Goswami, why prayed only Rupa Goswami? Sarup Damodar is more qualified than Rupa Goswami. He is Vishakha Devi, Lalita. And she is Rupa Manjari. So she is more qualified. But yet how? Why? Because he does not want to be a Naika of Krishna like Lalita Vishakha.
He wants to be in Manjari Bhav.
Manjari Bhav. बाल भाव सुनबी बुझबी और ना बुझले प्रश्न करबी खूब गंभीर भाव है. But she has greed some. So I allowed him. She was constantly telling me. কি বলছিলাম? আচ্ছা, what is Manjari? Kamala Manjari, Amra Manjari. Amra means mango Manjari. Any creeper's flower, very good flower, they have Manjari. At first Manjari comes, then flowers comes, but Manjari goes in upper side of the flowers. When a bee disturbs that flower to take rasa-swag, understand? When a bee sits on the flowers, Manjaris began to do like this. Why? Overjoyed. So when Krishna comes to Srimati Radhika and Radhika says to Krishna, and they have each other Vilas. You know Vilas? What is Vilas? The action among them of praying. Then bee does not sit on the Manjari, But yet Manjari doing like this. She thinks that as if the bees have sat on me. What does on flower? There comes that bhav to Manjari. So, there is no need of bees going to that Manjari. But Manjari fills everything what that flower fills by bees. If bees kisses to flower, then saying Manjari is saying that bees has kissed flower. He has a kiss. He feels more than flower. Because flower does not do like this, but Manjari does. বুঝতে পারছিস? So, I am telling that Raghunath Das Goswami wanted to be Manjari, not flower, not Sakhi Bhav. Understand? Here lies the importance of Manjari. So, in our cult, in our Sampradaya, anyone does not want to be Radha Sakhi, but they want to be Kinkari of Radha. Totally following? Yeah. Kinkari? No word in English. Kinkari. So beautiful this word is in Sanskrit. It has fragrant, very soft and very madhur. So sweet. How can I do it one day? So beautiful. By this we cannot learn these things. By any book we cannot. Book will not tell like we are in conversation latte. Anywhere it is not written this fact that I am telling to you. I have no realization but God's mercy and goodness. So, in Vilapa-kusumanjali we say that your husband is not here, absent. And we see some symbols here. How? So, here is not that Krishna has taken keys of Rupa-manjari. He has taken keys of Srimati Radhika. And Radhika has that symbol, and at once that symbol come to Rupa-manjari.
At Bombay, I told in Bengali, Maharaj, you discuss.
That is. Everything, what symbols comes to Srimati Radhika, no, it will not come to Lalita Vishakha, but it will come to Manjari's Bandi. And that is why Rupa Goswami, we are follower of Rupa Goswami Bandi. This is very true. I think that in whole life you will not unremember this. So, if a man has done Diksha Guru, and that Diksha has been given, only Anushthaniki,
Formality.
He is saying that he has taken Diksha, so I must take Diksha. And by far burning it, he has taken the sacred thread, dissemble and all these things. But not these things. This is really Diksha. These things. And it will come gradually, not in a moment it will come. So, a long session means
period, a long period.
Period will take in Diksha. But anyone can take by last birth sanskar very easily and in a very short time. And if a man has not that thing, then it will long period.
Unless one gets association of Raga-Vaishnava.
And that person should be so qualified who will give this. He should be also very qualified. So, if he has not that sanskar, and only he has Diksha Guru, and by Diksha Guru, he could not have this thing. It may be that his Guru was so qualified, but he has no time to give all these things. And at that time you have not that greed. But later on, anyhow, greed comes. Then he should not change his Gurudev. Only he will take Shiksha Guru, and he will give sometimes more preference also, or equal as his qualification is. Then he will hear all these things gradually from him. If his Guru is present, he will receive all these things from his Gurudev, or by the order of his Gurudev to another person like Shyamanand Prabhu and Narottam Thakur, Srimad-Bhagavatam. And he will gladly give order. Especially he will tell these things. I have told that if a man had by previous birth sanskar or by this present sanskar, he has a low greed, then he will to search, read and hear the Shastra, especially by Rupa Goswami and his followers, Rupanuga-Vaishnava. Actually, what is Rupanuga? That Rupa Goswami in his books describes as a tatastha bhav. Tatastha, you know?
Marginal.
Neutral.
By being neutral, he has written Sant Dasya Sakha Vatsal Mathura. All. When he follows all these things, he is a Raganuga. He is, if he has greed or anything, he will be Raganuga, Bhakta, but not Rupanuga. If he follows Ujjwal Nindmani, yet he is Raganuga, but not Rupanuga. When especially he follows what Rupa Goswami has and in what way he serves to Radha and Krishna, then he will be Rupanuga. Understand? What Rupa Goswami possesses, the quality to serve Radha and Krishna, especially that bhav follows, then he will be Rupanuga.
All Rupanuga is Raganuga, but all Raganuga is
With the Pachis. And you? Not? But he will have to search how to receive these things by Shastram only and by that Rupanuga Vaishnava. Rupanuga Vaishnava will also tell that you should go through Ujjalinmani, Srimad-Bhagavatam, Krishna Karanamritam, Radha Rasudhanidhi, and all these books. Chandidas, Vidyapati, Gita Govinda, all books. And you will search only that you have love, especially that thing. He will know everything, but he will have to serve only by one, having Sthai Bhav. Sthai Bhav will not come unless prem is achieved. But greed of a Sthai Bhav, it can be achieved. And it will never change in his life or any other life. This is called sanskar. If I have greed, as Rupa Goswami has, and if it is real greed, it will not be changed in any life, any birth. It will remain the same. Bharat Maharaj has bhav, but we don't know that bhav was of what rasa. We don't. It is not.
Bhagavatam, he is given that is one of Vaikuntha bhav.
Only dasya bhav. ये सनत कुमार है स्थायी भाव of शांत भाव. They can but tell whole Srimad-Bhagavatam.
How is that? When I asked you that question,
by being neutral, they know everything, but they have not that thing. Sukadeva Goswami, there is something, because he was Suk of Srimati Radhika, so he can possess.